Hey everybody, and welcome back to more Trading Places. We are on level 76, Radioactive Plateau. And before I get going with this, I just want to let you all in on a disclaimer here. I have spoiled myself, and I have looked ahead at what's coming up in the set, albeit briefly. It wasn't in detail or anything where I would spoil the gameplay experience. But mainly just because I'm going to be gone in the next few days, and I know the Discord is probably going to be filling up with map posts and all that, even though some people have been censoring them, and I appreciate that. But I figured, just to get that burden off of everyone's chest, feel free to post whatever you want. I don't really care. I went ahead and just looked just so I can just see what's coming up and just be done with that. But at any rate, I'm still intending on approaching all of these as first-time playthrough as possible, as far as the actual gameplay, and we're going to be doing a level here, and I think it's followed, if I'm not mistaken, by another level that each share something in common. So in Josh L7, there's two levels. One of them is called Indigo Plateau, and one of them is called Radioactive Lagoon. And what Jeffrey did, and I didn't realize this when I initially saw his submissions come through for CCLP5, and I kind of skimmed through the levels. What Jeffrey did is he took the layouts and the aesthetics of each one and he swapped them. So Indigo Platoon got the radioactive, Indigo, not Platoon, that's a VT's level. Indigo Plateau got the radioactive layout, and then Radioactive Lagoon got the Indigo layout with the blue and red doors. So this level is Indigo Plateau, but with this radioactive layout. So I'm really curious to see how this plays. I think this is going to be very interesting. Yeah, and I didn't realize this until I kind of name dropped Indigo Lagoon in the Discord, and then Jeffrey was surprised that I knew the name, but it was because I saw his submissions. So anyway, I'm curious what it is we're doing here exactly. I'm assuming we just need to start with this, right? I think we just need to go and make sure that we have a path out of there, first of all. Okay, I don't know. Are we trying to bridge down? I mean, that would make sense, right? So I see two blocks here, but I'm not entirely certain. Okay, I think I see how this could work. So my issue here is that if I push this down, then I can't come around other than through here, and I kind of want... Oh wait, no, you can go around. Never mind. That's much easier than I was thinking. Alright, I'm just going to take this on faith and hope that this is correct. Let's see what happens here. Oh. Okay, I'm going to very much assume that that's not correct. Yeah, so far this is really interesting. So, all of the non-fire water stuff, I believe, was the blue and red doors of the original. And then this space that's being leveraged here is the other stuff that was in Indigo Plateau. But yeah, I thought Indigo Lagoon, the level that's the counterpart to this, I thought that that was a reference to... for some reason, I thought that was a reference to Indigo Platoon. I can't believe I missed the connection between these two. I feel really silly for missing that. Okay. So, are we just going over here? Is that... Okay, I see that there is an opportunity to get a yellow key there. And I should have done that when I originally got the fire boots. That was where I went wrong. Okay. So let's go here, grab this. Go through there. I really like this section with the force floors and the recessed wall nails that you're creating there. I think that's really neat. Okay. I see there's a teleport, and up is the safe direction, so hopefully that's... Why'd I do that? I totally misjudged, like, what the where I was there and how the force floors and the sliding happened there. Okay, let's grab that. But yeah, after looking at what's coming up ahead, we've got a lot of fun stuff to look forward to. I'm really excited about it. Okay. So what do we do about this? This looks like I need to go up there, right? But I don't know exactly where this block ends up, so yeah. Is there like a... I don't see a way to like turn it around without losing the fire boots, so I'm just going to go up here for now. Okay, so now I'm going to get rid of that and get flippers. Okay. Is this just a matter of doing what I think we're doing here? Okay, right, when getting the red key visible below, make sure to take a block. Okay. I'm just looking here to see how to navigate this. When getting the red key below, make sure to take a block. I don't see a way to, like, get that up there, unless I'm just being silly and missing it. Because the fire is, like, such a barrier to all this stuff here. For some reason, I have this... Oh, here we go. I have to go that way. Okay. I have this, like, mental block right now that, like, I need to get over, and it's that I really want these to be ice blocks so I can fill in the fire, but obviously they're not. I really want to just push this right, but I don't know if that's correct or not. I'm going to go ahead and do it, though. Because if I trade boots... Okay, I don't know if that's actually right, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I feel like I'm making a lot of moves here that are very on faith, and I really do not like that. Okay, so once I go through there, I'm pretty much forced to go in there. And I don't really know... I mean, is that all we do? We just come back around to this room? I don't get what we're accomplishing here, exactly. Like, I see the potential to take a block that then gets nailed on this. Like, let's say we did that, and then I could take a block with me over there. Like, that I could see. And maybe I wasted a block here in the pursuit of doing that. I don't know. Let me just see what happens when I go here. Okay, so that's the path that we want to go back through. Oh, it's this path. It's this one, right? I'm not imagining that, am I? Okay. Let's start over again. I hate starting over, but I feel like a lot of these levels are going to be very much learning experiences, especially later in the set. That was the other thing I wanted to kind of do with my little look forward, was I was really hoping that doing so would kind of be an expectation check as far as like how much would be reasonable to get done in one go. And we have some major challenges, I think, coming up. So yeah, one of the mysteries here is I don't know what this block is all about. So I'm going to leave it be. I don't see a reason to take it with us over here. This room is pretty straightforward. At least it looks like it is. Unless we're eventually supposed to end up there. Okay. So this is forced, right? I have to do that. But I can put this here. And maybe that's what I was missing originally. So let's do that real quick, and then we'll do this path here. I still don't know what exactly this is for, so I'm just going to keep it as is for now. Wait a minute. How do I get this around? Did I really mess this up? Maybe I was supposed to take this and put it down there instead. I bet that was what I was supposed to do, wasn't it? That's tricky. I like that. That's a really neat little trick. Whoops. That's what I get for being distracted and looking over at my phone for 1 second. Don't play Chips Challenge and drive, kids. That's a good way to ruin your health. Alright. See, I'm kind of curious to see what Indigo Lagoon is going to be like. That's going to be a fascinating one. Okay, let's get some boosts in there. Okay. I'm going to make sure that the order in which we do all that is sound. Okay. So here, I think what I have to do is I have to take that block, and that needs to be the one that will go into the slide on the right, or the path on the right, I should say. So let's do that. I'll go here and blast over this way. Alright, so now we're back. But what did we accomplish? Who knows? Find out in the next episode of Trading Places Z. Okay, that worries me a little bit, but I think maybe this is where our block friend can come into play. I think all we need to do is just go here, right? Okay, so now I have no boots. So there's a toggle button there. What are we dealing with here? So I don't want to go into that recessed wall quite yet. But I'm also not seeing like what the objective of going through... I mean, unless there's like something under that block, but I wish I could see more of what to expect here. So let's run through this for a minute. If I were to go and push that block, and let's say it had fire boots under it. Alright, I'm going to assume it's not what I'm supposed to do. Okay, good. I saw the Force 4 path and like nothing, and I'm going, eh. That kind of makes me nervous whenever I see that. So here, I think I have to approach this from the bottom because there's really no way else. Oh, except there's a thing over here. Okay, I don't know what that recessed wall is all about, but maybe one day we'll find out when we're older and stuff. Okay, I see this little setup here, and my first question is there a blue key under anything. Excuse me. And I'm really hesitant to push too much. Okay. So nothing there. So where are all these blocks eventually going? That's kind of my question here. Also, are we trapped? I hate being trapped. See, I can't get in there without this opening. Yeah, I'm not seeing what to do here. I'm assuming that we've screwed this over now. Man, I'm kind of finding this one a little frustrating. I think a lot of it is just how obfuscated a lot of things are, and the aesthetic is kind of contributing to that in some ways. And that's not, you know, that's kind of a minor complaint in the grand scheme of things. But, like, maybe it's because it's also the first one I'm playing today. I'm having to, like, not only get warmed up again to play the game, I'm also readjusting my brain to account for this new aesthetic. But it's fine. Okay. I like this section. This is pretty cool. Still not exactly sure what this little ring here is all about. I mean, it could just be purely decorative. Alright, so we go through here. Okay. Go back through this. And push this over here. Okay, so now we're back. Alright, I'm still fairly confident that not pushing that block is correct. I hope. So the one thing we did not do is go back around with the suction boots, which I should have known that this was wrong because there's a blue key down there and we clearly need that to actually do anything. So let's go and... how do we want to handle this? Is this block ultimately supposed to go onto the tile below the toggle button, or not? Okay, so I got that now. Oh. I was not expecting that. Or am I supposed to take all these down? Maybe that's the key here. Maybe I'm supposed to bring all of these down in some way. Although I don't know exactly where. That's what I mean by, like, it feels obfuscated, is that there's stuff like this where it's hard to really tell what's expected. See what I mean? It's... although, I'm kind of seeing a potential lead here. Let's try this here. And then, if I could get this to go there, I'm hoping this is somehow correct. Okay, so I did that. I don't know what we really accomplished by doing that. Yeah, this whole section, I just find this section strange. I don't know what to think of it. There's so many different ways this can go wrong, and you don't really know how to deal with what exactly is right and wrong here. That's kind of what I find frustrating about it. So let's just get back there. I hate to just replay this and have so much of this be colored by replaying, but I have a feeling that we're going to be doing that a lot coming into these later levels. And so I figured I might as well just give you the heads up. Yeah, so I think we have an idea of what we are trying to accomplish in that room, but how to get to that toggle button, I don't really know. And then there's the whole matter with, like, getting the fire boots and when to lose them. Like, I don't really know what to expect on that front. Okay, so here, for instance... Okay, so we now know there's nothing under the block, right? So we know the first move has to be going up here. Okay, fair enough. So, second question, does that mean that the second move needs to be getting the fire boots? And I had to conclude the answer is yes, because if I go down there, I'm going to lose the fire boots. Alright, so that seems reasonable. Got it. Alright, so now, can I go into this room? And I would say no, because I don't yet have the blue key, and I need the blue key to get out of it. So let's not go into that room. I'm just making sure, do I need to use this recessed wall? And I think the answer is yes if I want to keep any of this stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. And then go back. Alright, so now I'm back here, right? We made it back, everything's good. And now I gotta decide where exactly this block needs to go. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm wondering if maybe what we're supposed to do is do this to help craft a path over there in advance. And then we can do a loop here now that we don't have any boots. I think that's how you do it. In fact, I'm almost certain that's how you do it. Let's run with that. I think that's a good way to go about this. Okay, so the question here now is, what exactly is the expectation of where this is used? Do I need to use it there? Because I don't see what exactly is looming over there. I mean, it's the only other thing that looks like it's being telegraphed, so let's give that a... Okay. Yeah, that looks promising. It looks like there's stuff over there at least. Okay, so now let's do this. Oh wait, that's a bomb. Okay, so never mind. That's probably not what we need. Uh-oh. Well, okay. I still don't understand what this right side stuff is all about. Like, that to me is still a mystery. And I am wondering if there could have been something we could have done here somehow. Let me just verify that this is not... Okay. So, I can see a scenario in which you need 2 blocks left there. Because I don't think... Yeah, taking another one down here is not going to help. Alright, let's start over again. Man, this level is quite the mind screw, I'll say that. I don't know what to think of it. It's, I think it's being partially tainted by the fact that it's linear. I mean, when you go through this on a, like, subsequent run, it feels cool to go through it, and that's, I think, what's making it still fun for me. But the fact that you have to play this over and over and over again just to get to a room where not everything is... Like, there's way too many possibilities, and they all feel equally valid. That's one of the things I tell people when it comes to, like, what's reasonable in optimization is if there's a lot of things that all feel valid and it's just not fun to trial and error test all of them, that would be a route I would consider for releasing. Not every time, but certainly a fairly large chunk of times. Okay, so I'm pretty sure what we're doing here is correct, because that just makes way too much sense. The only other question I would have is there another way to do this without losing the boots? But I don't think so, and it wouldn't make any sense considering... Oh, wait a minute. The force slide, of course. Okay, I see it now. Okay, that one was my bad. That one was definitely my bad. So, all we really need to do here is get this in place, and then go on the slide. So maybe the recessed wall is just space filling? Possibly? Okay, so I could do this, because I don't really need to collect the fire boots until the end, and then I can just blast left with that. So, let's go that way. Oh, I forgot to... Derp. I forgot to push that. That is silly of me. Why did I forget to do that? What's scary is that we're not even, like, at the end yet. So, like, we still have that last room to go through. I really hope this level ends with getting both boots, because that's always so fun whenever you're dealing with a restrictive concept like this, is to open it up at the very end. Yeah, overall, I'm enjoying the level. I'm just enjoying, like, the process of solving it less than I was hoping I would. And I think that's kind of what's making it a little sour for me. Because I think the process of figuring these things out is one of the key things, and it's very hard to nail. Like, coming from someone who's often failed to get it right. Okay, so note to self, go here, do that, go around, then we can handle this room. Okay. Yeah, this room, now that I'm seeing how it works, I'm appreciating it a little more. It's not quite as evil as I was thinking it would be. Okay, there we go. I think it's just like how things are forced on you, and then you just feel this looming sense of uncertainty the whole time. That's kind of what was bothering me about it. Okay, so what are we doing here is the question. So I could get those flippers, but I don't really see the point in that, so I'm going to just go ahead and push this, I'm assuming, down. And I see we have another pair of flippers that I guess we're going to get stolen? Okay, so the question here is... Oh. Where was this? Like this path over here earlier. I'm really curious about that. Also, do I need to push this block somewhere? That's another interesting element in play here. I'm worried about this, and just to be safe, I'm going to push it up, just to have it somewhere else. Alright, so now we have... Okay, this is a room we have not been to yet. It was just to the right of that other area there. So that's where we went to trade for the flippers earlier. Okay. So where can I get to with this? Is this just... Oh, it's just a matter of doing this. Okay, that was actually a lot easier than I was expecting. I'm just going to look around real quick and see. Okay, so now that I know that that puzzle was the end puzzle, I can safely say that I enjoyed this. Like, this was fun. It had sections that were rather kind of, what's the word? Not tenuous, but like vague, I guess. But I enjoyed it overall. All right, Indigo Lagoon. Okay, I'm going to assume that we do that. I'm going to go here first, just so I can grab another key. I feel like that's generally a good policy to have. And then go here to grab this. This kind of has a rather Christmassy look to it. Even though it's red and blue and not red and green. Okay, so I can go through there. If I get the blue key and then the red key... Okay, what does that do? I mean, I'm just going to be stuck in that room. Is there something somewhere that I can get to by virtue of doing that, or not? I wish I could see more. Let's just see what's here. Okay, there is more. Okay, good. I'm trying to remember the layout of Radioactive Lagoon. I don't remember it being this erratic, but apparently it is. Okay, nothing doing there. Okay, so I get one of each. I'm going to use the blue because I know I'm going to be getting one in exchange, so that seems to be a good thing. Okay, I don't know what this is cloning. Oh, nothing. Okay, well, I guess this is going to clone something here. Is that for that clone machine here, or... I don't know what we just accomplished, if anything. Like, maybe we didn't do anything at all. Because I just cloned that block there, which is... Okay, there's something going on here. I don't know if we've done all the steps we need to. Now that I'm seeing this, it's kind of making me wonder, okay, do I need to get... Okay, so if I were to open all those up, then the glider would clone and I guess bounce around here? Let's start over. So far I'm liking this a lot more. Maybe it's just that this aesthetic is a little easier for me to visually deal with. This kind of reminds me of like Digital Underground Remix, but with a little more difficulty. Okay, so we go through here. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to do this first. Okay, let me do this. Let me do it this way, where it's like a little bit more straightforward. Where I go here. Okay, I think this makes a little more sense. The only question I would have is... If I did clone this... Yeah, it's not going to really go into the area there. Oh, I had to do it myself. Okay. Oh, I see. This is a little tricky. So I just need to make sure I time it. There we go. There we are. Okay, so now it blew something up. Okay, that was really cool. I liked that a lot. Alright, so now I can go through this myself, I guess. And now that bomb is blown up, which is exciting. I'm going to make sure that I leave this in the open state in case we have to head back there without being able to go through here. Okay, so now... So the name of the game here seems to generally be opening things up to get to other things and making sure that you're not leaving yourself without options of some sort. So like going through these things where it's like, okay, I know I'm getting another key of the same type, like that seems to be a generally good policy. Okay, I'm almost afraid to push that, but okay. That was a little random, but alright. So I got a blue key. Not sure what we accomplished by doing that, but... oh, I can go in here now. Okay. This is interesting. So I get a blue. Wow, how do you get up there? I mean, the only place that I can get keys from is here, so I'm going to run with the assumption that I need to do that. Of course, I need to open that blue door if I'm even going to get anywhere up there. So, I'm tempted to trap the ball, but the thing is that I think what I have to do is I need to get the block into this button here. But I can't do that with the ball trapped, right? Like, if I trap it up here, that's not really going to help in any way. So that's not good. If I prop this with the block above the ball, I don't know how it would get down exactly. Like, is there a way that you can do that, or not? Thankfully, the time limit in this one is quite a bit more generous, which is really helpful. Yeah, I'm not seeing what you have to do here. And I hope I opened the right doors. Like, it's kind of hard to check if I did that or not, so I don't know exactly. I don't also believe that I could approach this from a different angle, especially with the amount of stuff I have on me right now. Unless there's a red key under here. Like, if there's a red key under here, I can understand being able to, like, open this and then that. Like, that would make sense. That I can understand. But as it stands right now, I'm just not seeing how you would do that. So I'm going to try something. Okay, nothing there. Yeah, I don't see a way out now. So you see the dilemma I'm in, right? Like, that's... I thought this might be one of those, hey, everything else is impossible, just trust that there's something under the block, but I guess not. Alright, let's start over. Lots of restarts today, but I think that's going to be the norm moving forward. So far, I'm really liking this one. This is a lot of fun. Okay, so all we need to do is just go through here. This section I really like. I think one of the things I really like about this level is that when you know it, it's just really fun to breeze through like that. Wait, did I not open up the... I did not. That is a shame. That is a shame. Also, we didn't comment on this before, but the exit is in the top left corner there, so that's interesting to note. Okay, don't forget to open that. Oh, I was too late. Okay, well, we'll get it on the next pass here. You know, maybe we need to actually put the tanks back, because one of them is on a key. So let me try this the other way around, actually. Okay, yeah, I think what we were doing earlier is correct. So before I go and commit to that fire boot path, I'm just going to make sure there's nothing else. I don't think there would be. Like, I'm not seeing anything here, but you never know. Okay, just looking at these blue doors. And I almost slid right into that door there. Okay. So, opening any of the blue doors here is pretty much not going to do anything. So maybe I just need to start with this one first, because this is the one that's going to allow the whole path to be opened up to begin with. I think that's the key. You just got to make sure that you do that. So actually, this was a lot less bizarre than I was thinking. So now I have a blue door, or blue key, and I'm noticing that there is a nail down there. Although I don't know if that's actually a nail or if I'm required to open that up. That's interesting. I'm going to just assume we need to open it. Because I see a thing there. Okay, so this is going to get stuck in a loop here. Okay, why did I think that was okay? Alright, so let's try to path this out. So if I go here, nothing really does anything here, but I can go this way. I have to assume that's correct, right? Like, the sequence we were going through seems fine. The other thing is, even if we did get rid of our key and we hit that button, would that really accomplish much? And, like, how would we get a key to get back through the opening we went through? That's the... I mean, it's possible. I'm not saying it's not. It's just more that, from a design perspective, that's much more of a mean thing to do. And I'd like to believe Jeffrey wouldn't do that. But I could be wrong. Who knows? Okay. I'm still going to only hit that one time. I also see that there's a blue door there still. Kind of makes me wonder if we're going to come back through that eventually. Yeah, I should have known that that was the correct answer the first time. That was my bad. Yeah, like, even if I did hit the button, I don't see a way forward from that, so I think going this way was correct. Okay, this time actually follow the glider. Don't do what I did before. Okay. Yeah, this is reasonable. So here? Seems right. And then this. I like the way that works. That's really clever. Okay, now what do we do here? Do we just... I think we just have to nail that. I really like this room. This is really cool. Okay, so this seems like the previous thing where we just need to free that up so we can get over here. And I'm predicting that we need to go there eventually, so let's do that. Alright, I don't know exactly what's going on here, but I see that there's that nail, which kind of makes me wonder... Okay, I don't know what that tank button, or tank clone machine thing is all about. But this is curious, and... yeah, I'm not seeing what this does. So I'm going to do it. Oh, that's a cloner. Okay. Ah, okay, I see. Okay, so now I think all we need to do is just push the block through here where this thing can open up, right? So as long as I can get the block through there, I think I'm fine, right? Let's give that a shot. This is my favorite section of the level so far. Hands down. Hands down. And I think now we just go through here to open up the path there. This is how you make a block puzzle feel like there's a sense of discovery. Like you are constantly feeling like there's a sense of progression. Okay, so here, I think I see what we need to do here. We just need to get these and then go back, question mark? Yes, that seems to be correct. Okay, so forward this way. I'm trying to see what we're ultimately accomplishing here, but I'm going to go the way that actually gets me a key. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm seeing what it is we're doing here. So I have one red key, right? One red key. So if I open either of these doors here to my right on these two squares, I'm pretty much dead. This over here, I don't know. Like, I don't know exactly what, if there's anything under that block, but it's making me wonder. Yeah, I'm at a loss here. This room is fascinating. I hope I didn't miscount my keys either, right? See, if I actually have two keys here and I open up that, or I open up this, then I'm closing myself off to doing things here, right? But if I only have one key and I open this up, then I've closed myself off to checking out what's under the block, right? Unless the key is like under here. It's possible. It is. Okay, good. That was really scary. That room, yeah, not the biggest fan of that. I hope I didn't close myself off to anything that I need to do over there as well. I see this skates here. So that's neat. So there's that. Okay, I don't like the way this is. Ah! Okay, this little area I'm not a fan of. I'm going to have to pause buffer that. Okay. Did I fail here by not opening that up? I'm a little concerned that that was what happened. Okay, where am I? Oh, here. I'm supposed to go there. Okay. So now I gotta lose all my stuff, so... But then if I do that, I can't go through that fire. I feel like we did something wrong somewhere. And it's probably here. Yeah. Yeah, this is, not great. We're gonna have to start over. I don't see any way around that. I think that's unfortunate, but it is what it is, kind of thing. I feel like this level, so I'm going to say something that might sound like it's at odds with something I said earlier, but I feel like this kind of level is not the place to be doing hidden things under blocks unless you're stripping the player of all options up to that point, which you could argue is what happened here. But I would argue that there are options in that room, and it made the room have more potential for error, which is not fun. I mean, it's possible I'm missing something in that room too, so that's always a possibility, but we'll see. But yeah, this level is so interesting. I love the way it works. It's got a really interesting and intricate layout. The challenges in each room feel, for the most part, fair. And I really appreciate that. I guess I could have just waited in the lower left corner of that thing. Yeah, this section is my favorite section in the level. I love this. I really love this. Okay. So as long as I send you down there... It's a good thing we opened all these up earlier before testing out what that button did. That could have been bad if we didn't do that. Alright. Yeah, the way this section comes together is nothing short of brilliant. I want to make levels like this one day when I grow up. That would be cool. I know, some people will argue and say, JB, you've already made plenty of good levels, but man, when you play a set like this, it's like, you just felt like, you feel like you're being schooled, and in the best way possible. I mean that as a good thing. So maybe these keys are meant to telegraph that there's more to this than meets the eye. I mean, I could see that being possible. I'm going to see what happens if I push this down. Oh, there's nothing there. Oh, wow. I did not expect that. Well, that's unfortunate. So, now I'm calling everything into question. Did we actually cook the level then? Because I was convinced that there was maybe an extra key under that thing, based on the fact that there was a key under the other one. That's... okay, that kind of is making me... That's lowering my opinion of that section. I am not a fan of that. Because there's not really... there's not really any telegraphing of that area to the player as far as, like, what to expect with what's under what, if anything. And the fact that it's not even congruent as far as the two blocks are concerned kind of makes it a little iffy in my book. But maybe there's just something I'm missing that's just right under my nose. Okay. I'm gonna try doing this, my new... Not like that. Not like that. Goodness, we're coming up on an hour here. I'm gonna have to end the episode after this. Whoops, that is not what I meant to do. This episode has been a thing. And we're only like halfway through the set. Like, this is going to be a monster to get through. I do feel like I've gotten a little bit better at playing the game on camera, though. Especially after Walls of CCLP3. But this is definitely stretching me even more in a lot of ways. And I mean that in a good way. I think that's a good thing. Whoops. That is bad timing. Whoops. There we go. I like the password here. BDLM. Is that short for Bedlam? It's funny, I got a lot of really funny, randomly generated passwords when I put together my CCLP5 submission set. There were some really memorable ones in there. Okay. Let's wait here. There we go. Yeah, I'm not going to stop raving about this section. This is a section of pure genius. So, I'm looking at the aesthetic of the doors over there, and it's kind of making me wonder, are the green and yellow doors representative of, like, something in the original level? Because I'm wondering. I remember, weren't there, like, straight lines that were, like, floor tiles in the original? I'm wondering if that's what those are. I'm vaguely remembering the original Radioactive Lagoon here. And I want to say there was something like that. I could be wrong. Okay. Let's go through here, here. Okay. So maybe the fact that there's a red key up there is supposed to telegraph it, but you could argue that the same thing is true down here because there's a red key on the same row as this block, right? I don't know. It just seems weird. I also don't know, like, do I want to push this up or down? Like, if I push it up, maybe I need to open that blue door eventually. And if I push it down, well, I'm going to go with down. I think that's the safer option. Okay, so maybe what we were supposed to do here is go here. I'm trying to see if we can tell what's there. Wait, was that the glider thing from earlier? It was. Okay, so maybe we're not supposed to do that. I'm also wondering, do I need to... do this first? Maybe that's what I was missing. I wasted a key here, didn't I? There we go. I think that's what I was supposed to do the whole time. Okay. So from here, let's try to plot out our next course of action here. I think I see what you could do, but... like, I see that you can lead that walker into the bomb there, but if I use the blue key I'm about to get there, where do I go? Oh, wait, I can set this up first, right? Okay. That's a relief. I don't know what to do here, if this is a case of... I need to go here first? I think I do, though. And then here would make sense. Let's go there. Okay, I don't know. I see that red key there, and it's kind of making me wonder. I'm also seeing that little path of keys, which is interesting. So if I open the blue door there, then that, then I get a bunch of red keys. Well, a bunch meaning like that many, but the question is, what exactly is this about? That I don't understand. Swapping blue for another one of those. Like, I'm inclined to say that it makes sense to just slip on through this one blue door here. But is that right? I don't know. Okay, what are we doing here now? I'm trying to find, like, something to latch onto. Like, where's our next objective? What are we doing? And I'm not sure the level is really giving me much to work with here. It's like, this is all I can explore, effectively. Unless it's something to do with that, but apparently not. And the problem is that the layout is so checkerboarded that I can't find any spaces here that are like just one color. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, this is really strange. Like, going through here made sense for the most part. But, like, now what? What are we doing now? That's what I can't figure out. I see this tank button. Am I supposed to do something with this? Because, I mean, I could see... Well, no. There's nothing to control this anymore. So, like, I can't... I can't really do anything with that. I don't think I can really undo the glider cloner to the point where I'm messing with this. Even if I could, what would be the point of that? I don't even know what the point of that would be. Yeah, I'm getting the impression maybe I wasted a... I'm wondering if I wasted a blue key somewhere. Because I could understand being able to do some stuff if you had both keys. But with the way things were sitting there, I don't see that being the case. Yeah, I don't know. It's really bizarre. Really bizarre. The good news is, this level is at least a lot of fun to go through, so we can just play this through again. So one thing that I could bring up for today's level design musing is, so I was in the shower today, where I have all my best thoughts, and one thing that I thought about was, in the last video we had the level, Now You've Never Seen It, the one that was based on the party we've never seen, and looking back at that, I was kind of like, I liked the fact that that was kind of a nice breather maze level that didn't really have a whole lot of heavy lifting, mentally that you had to do, right? And so I was really happy for the fact that we encountered it when we did in the set. But then it got me thinking, okay, why do we not think about levels that way when we are voting for them in community sets? And I'm not saying that we necessarily should, by the way. I'm just saying, why is it that it's the experience that we are evaluating or judging in a community set is very individualistic, where as the experience we're judging in a level set is more holistic in the context of the level set. You're experiencing it in a larger context. It's not just one level, right? So that kind of got me thinking, okay, why is it that one works in that one context and one doesn't? And the obvious answer was, well, of course, I'm going to do this time, just for fun. So the obvious answer was, well, because in voting, you don't play in an official set. You're playing in a voting pack that has no real difficulty curve at all. So it's kind of hard to judge things in a context that's not very individualistic. But I'm starting to wonder, how could we maybe incentivize looking at levels for the context they could appear in? And should we do that even? Maybe that's not something that people will necessarily think is a good thing, right? Okay, let me look at this real quick here. So I'm seeing here, I could get the red key, right? If I did do that, I don't know what I would be accomplishing by doing that, because there's nothing I can really get with a red key here. Like, I'm looking here, I would need to make sure that the block is free and can detonate the bomb, right? I mean, the only thing I can think of, potentially, is, I do see something. Maybe the intent is to do this? I mean, okay. I mean, I guess you don't really need to do that, but you can, which is interesting. Okay, so now I'm back to this again. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. If I try going through, let's play this out for a minute. If I try going up here and blasting my way through this, I'm still going to end up with the problem of having to go use a blue key to even go down to begin with, right? Except I just realized something we could do. Hang on. This might be our ticket. Let's do that. Is that the solution? Also, wait a minute. What? Did we not have flippers last time? Did we get our flippers stolen last time? I can't even remember. At any rate, very, very good level. I love that one. That was such an exciting brain teaser of a level. I loved the way each room played out. I especially loved that block cloner room. To me, this stands head and shoulders above the last one as far as like how it was presented and how the challenges were. The only gripe I have about it is that one key under the block. I don't feel like that's really necessary, especially in a linear level. I mean, feel free to disagree, but other than that, I really liked it. Alright, I'm going to end the video here, but next time we're going to play Wink. But we'll do that in the next video, so take care, and I will see you next time.